Peace to the family, was goody. It's your boy back with another episode. I'm your host, Jody Wins. Welcome to the Jody Wins Show. Good morning, Grand Rising, however y'all want to say. I hope y'all had a good weekend. If you celebrated the holiday, I hope y'all had a good holiday. I think it was Easter. I hope y'all had a good Easter. We had WrestleMania weekend. It was cracking this weekend, but this is a basketball show, you know what I mean? And we're going to start off with the NBA. So we going to cover the first rounds, you know what I mean? The game ones of the playoffs so far because, we was going over the weekend. We had Indiana go against Milwaukee. Indiana won 117-98. Siakam led the way with 25 and 7. Giannis had 36 and 12. That nigga was out there cooking. Tyrese Halliburton and Dame got into it. It was like chatting back and forth. Dame, I would have been like, nigga, I'll beat your ass if I was Dame, because Tyrese Halliburton looked like he can't fight. But I'm like, I'll beat your bitch ass, nigga. But anyway, yeah, shout out to Indiana for getting game one. Siakam was out there leading the way, cooking 25 and 7. I still think Milwaukee can get that though. We had Denver go against the Clippers. Denver won 112-110 in overtime. Joker led the way for the Nuggets with 29, 12, and 9. Gordon had 25 and 8. Murray had 21, 9, and 7. For the Clippers, James Harden led the way with 32, 11, and 6. Kawhi had 22 and 6. Zubac had 21 and 13. It was a good ass game. I think Clippers still can win though. It was a good ass game. Russell Westbrook, hit the clutch corner three, and then he had an up and down ending. He hit the clutch corner three. He had a chance to win the game, didn't get the shot off. He had the game winning steal. I guess you want to call it a steal. So shout out to Russell Westbrook. But I still think Clippers can take that. I don't care who wins the series, because Westbrook is on the Nuggets. And James Harden is on the Clippers. Them some of my favorite players. I still think Clippers can get it, though. I still think Clippers can get it because they had a great ending by Russell Westbrook. That's the only way, they won the game. It was an OT. James Harden was out there cooking. I'm telling y'all, James Harden is the third best shooting guard of all time. I don't give a fuck about rings because rings are a team accomplishment. I don't give a fuck. Dwayne Wade had three rings. 2 of them with LeBron and Chris Bosh. 1 of them with Shaq. And I don't give a fuck about what y'all talking about. Oh, Shaq, he was old. Nigga averaged 20 and 10. So, I don't want to hear that shit. Shout out to the Nuggets, though, for getting that dub. Joker was out there cooking. We had the New York Knicks go against the Detroit Pistons. New York won 123-112. Brunson led the way with 34 and 8. Cat had 23, 11, and 5. OG had 23 and 7. Them niggas was out there hooping. Them niggas was down 20. Them niggas went on a 21-0 run in the fourth to get that dub. For the Pistons, Tobias Harris led the way with 25 and 6. Kay Cunningham had 21, 12, and 6. And Malik Beasley had 20 off the bench. Like I said, they went on a 21-0 run in the fourth to get that dub. So shout out to New York. This series can go either way. I don't really got a favorite in this series. I don't really care for the Knicks, and I don't really care for the Pistons. To me, both of them niggas is ass. I don't give a fuck. We had Minnesota go against the Lakers. Minnesota won 117-95. Jaden McDaniels led the way with 25 and 9. Nas Reed had 23 and 5 off the bench. Ant-Man had 22, 8, and 9. Timberwolves shot a franchise record, made 21 threes. They was 21 for 42, shot 50%. Shout out to them niggas. I told niggas that the Wolves is going to win. LeBron James, John Wayne, Saddam Hussein. Wolves in 5. Yes. For the Lakers, Luka led the way with 37 and 8. I think LeBron had 19. Bro, Brown looked every bit of 50. You know what I mean? That nigga was out there. He looked every bit of 50. He was complaining and shit, like doing all that shit like LeBron do. That should be that nigga logo. Arms up, like, wow, what the fuck is going on? That should be that nigga logo. That's how that nigga do. I mean, I respect that nigga's game. Like, he up there in the GOAT conversation, but that nigga be whining. Like, LeBron be complaining like I'm a. Shaq said, ain't nobody want to be like LeBron. Complainer. That's what I'm gonna call a nigga. Complainer. But shout out to the Timberwolves for getting that dub. Like I said, Lakers don't got nobody to play D. You know what I mean? Lakers, at least the Wolves got Jaden McDaniels. He nobody can stop Luka, but they got different bodies that they can throw to try to slow him down. You know, Jaden McDaniels, he a good defender. Nas Reed, he a good defender. LeBron, like I said, LeBron look every bit of 50, so Julius Randle can contain him. We had OKC go against Memphis. OKC won 131-80. Smacked them niggas by 51 points. Memphis is done. Memphis is not. They shouldn't be here. Niggas got smacked by 50. Jalen Williams led the way with 25 and 6. I think SGA. He didn't score over 20, but they still got the dub. That's a dangerous squad. When your main scorer that usually drops 30 plus don't hit 20 and y'all still get the dub. Shout out to y'all. We had Ja for the Grizzlies. Ja had 17. The Grizzlies shot 6 threes and made 34 of them. That shit is crazy. 17%. That's ridiculous. We had Boston go against Orlando. Boston won 103-86. White led the way for the Celtics. He dropped 30 on them. Paolo for the Magic had 36. Wagner had 23 and 5. Boston finna sweep them, bro. Orlando not ready. Like I said, Orlando need more. Orlando, this is finna be an easy sweep. You know what I mean? Tatum was struggling. Brown wasn't hooping like that. And they still won. So, yeah, this is a sweep. I hope them niggas pack their bags early and head to motherfucking Cancun because this shit over with. First round exit Orlando. We had Cleveland go against Cleveland went against Miami. Cleveland won 121-100. Donovan Mitchell led the way with 30 and 5. Darius Garland had 27 and 5. Jerome had 28 out the bench. For the Heat, Bam had 24 and 8. Hero had 21. It's only game one. Like I said, Cleveland ain't really been a threat to me. You know, like they got a good regular season. They had a good regular season, but I don't really see them as a threat in the playoffs. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Miami won. Even though Cleveland is the better team, I wouldn't be surprised if Miami won because I don't have faith in Cleveland like that. But like I said, that's just game one. They got best of 7 series, so it ain't really. It is what it is. We had Golden State go against Houston. Golden State won 95-85. Curry had 31 and 6. Jimmy had 25, 6, and 7. For the Rockets, Sengun led the way with 28 and 9. They played good D. I think Houston got good defense, but their offense just ain't like that. You know what I mean? They're not like that. Them niggas shot poorly. I think they shot like 20% from the 3. Yeah, they just not like that. But shout out to Golden State. Curry was out there hooping, bro. We had the MVP. So we got the award finalists. They listed the finalists for every award. So the finalists for MVP, they got SGA, Giannis, and Joker. It should just be SGA and Joker because we've been talking about just them 2 names all motherfucking year. But it is what it is. We had the Rookie of the Year. It's Castle, Zachary, Reese Asher, and Jalen Wells. Defensive Player of the Year, we got Dyson Daniels, Draymond Green, Evan Mobley. Most Improved Player, we got Cade Cunningham, Dyson Daniels, and Zubac. Sixth Man of the Year, we got Beasley, Jerome, and Pritchard. Clutch Player of the Year, we got Brunson, Anthony Edwards, Joker. Coach of the Year, we got Kenny Atkinson, JB Bickerstaff, and Ime Udoka. So those are the finalists for all the awards. They're gonna list the NBA All All NBA awards coming soon. We had WrestleMania. WrestleMania was alright. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest one I've seen. It wasn't better than last year. Like I said, it wasn't better than last year. We had Jey Uso win against Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. Jey Uso won. I thought that match was ass. Like, and the way it ended, I thought that shit was trash. It was predictable. I knew that nigga was gonna win, but just the way he won was just fucking ridiculous. But shout out to Jey Uso for getting that, you know, his first singles title, I guess, or second singles title. But that shit was ass. What else was cracking? New Day. My niggas, the New Day, they won the tag team champions against the War Raiders. I fuck with that. New Day, they a black tag team. You know, the tag team division for the men's side is pretty much dominated by Black Street Profits and the New Day out here cooking on the tag team. Shout out to both of them. What else? We had Jay beat Naomi. It was a mid match, but the ending was nice. Like, me on her shoulders, threw her ass in there and powerbombed her. That shit was crazy. But what else happened? You know, that nigga John Cena, the GOAT, 17-time champion. The match was cool. The ending was trash. I was kind of hot that The Rock didn't show up because that's my nigga. You know, The Rock didn't even show up. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. Fucking Travis Scott came out and all that shit, but yeah, that shit was kind of whack. Who else? My nigga Dirty Dom, new Intercontinental Champion. I fuck with that nigga. Shout out to that nigga for getting that dub. That shit was crazy. I think he deserved that shit, though. And I like how the fans were cheering that nigga on. But that's all we finna get into today. Like, share, subscribe. We out. Peace. Oh.